come on First Take, I always have to make sure to look good, but not too good. You know what I'm saying? There's Molly, there's Stephen A., then there's Joe Fortenbaugh, then there's Dan Orlovsky.
Okay.
That's a damn good answer. Let's move on.
Okay, Joe, what do you like for the Steelers at Cleveland?
I like the Steelers on the money line in this game. Forget about the spread. I'm just going to bet them to win it outright. It all comes down to Mike Tomlin, his defense, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Did you know, as we throw back to the SportsCenter days, that Pittsburgh head coach Mike Tomlin, since taking over, 24-5 against rookie quarterbacks. 24-5. That is 82%. That's based largely on always having a good defense. And this year, it's no different. Top 9 in efficiency, top 9 in EPA. This Brown defense is good, but they're inconsistent. They've given up 24 or more in 5 of 9 games. I like the Steelers to win this one.
I like the Steelers to win, too, but I wouldn't use the quarterback position as a rookie, as that kind of litmus test or that kind of way to gauge them, because they went against a rookie this year in C.J. Stroud, and we saw what happened. Even though this guy is not that. I got that.
All right, let's go to another NFL matchup. What do we have for the Vikings at Broncos in Denver?
Vikings plus 2.5 is the play. I'll hold out and see if I get the 3. I doubt that's coming, but I'd play it at 2.5. Denver's on the short week here. Nice win Monday night in Buffalo. You travel back across the country. I think they're a little overvalued off that win. They're a favorite. They should be, not by 2.5. Denver as a favorite is not where you want to back them this season. They've been a favorite 5 times. They've covered exactly 1 point spread. Meanwhile, Minnesota very quietly handling business every single week. They've won 5 straight games. Even in the transition off of Kirk Cousins, they've hung 27 or more points each of their last 2 games. That offense is going to find a way to score against this Denver defense. I'll take the 2.5, sprinkle a little bit on that money line as well.
I'm going to take the 2.5 from Minnesota as well. Okay. I'm not sold on Denver. It's nice that they've improved, but here's the thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff being ballyhooed about the Denver Broncos. The reason why is because they were so sorry, so pathetically awful, that we just thought that Sean Payton, what the hell did you take the job for? And now he's shown us what a hell of a coach he is, and he returned them to some level of respectability. But they still ain't all that in my mind. Not yet. I'm going to take Minnesota in the 2.5.
Okay, let's go over to college football. What's your play for Georgia and Tennessee?
I'm not going to overthink this one. I'll happily lay the 10 points with Georgia. Every time we've asked Georgia to play in a big game this year, they've come through. The Kentucky game, the Florida game, the Missouri game, the Ole Miss game, they're winning them by an average of 26 points per game. I don't know why we continue to doubt this team. Now here comes Tennessee. They can be feisty, but they like to run the ball. The problem with being as run-heavy as they are when they were averaging over 200 rushing yards per game is that if you fall behind by a couple scores, you can't run the ball anymore. And that's what's going to happen against Georgia. So when that happens, you got to turn it over to quarterback Joe Milton, who can be wildly inconsistent, as you saw last week in a horrific loss against Missouri. Don't overthink this one. Georgia minus 10.
Easily. Georgia minus 10. I'm not sold on Tennessee. Tennessee are what we thought they were. Every time there's a big moment, there's a big challenge for them. They don't rise to the occasion. I understand a couple of years ago when they beat Alabama, that thriller, 52-49, as time was running out. But that's an aberration. Normally when Tennessee is put in the spotlight, they don't respond the way we like them to. I'm going with the 2-time reigning defending national champions, who I believe shows up when the moment calls for. As champions, you get bored with some lesser competition. You elevate your level of play when you're called upon to do so. That is who the Georgia Bulldogs are. And it's hard for me to say that because James Dunn, my producer, gets on my damn nerves how much he loves Georgia, but it happens to be true.
Yeah, and they got Brock Bowers back. That offense is rolling. Joe, great seeing you.
Great seeing you, my brother. I'm going to see you soon, man. We going out in Vegas. You taking me out in Vegas. We rolling. We rolling together in Sin City.
No. I know what that salary of yours looks like. We're going out on you, not me.